One day I'm just not going to have any hair left because I'm going to have torn it all out at an LA Kings game. Oh my God. At least when you lose to a team like Nashville, it's not embarrassing like losing to a team like Arizona. I fully expected this to be a heated game, and wow, did I get what I paid for. We opened with the Kings not really doing anything for a good 3 minutes. I was wondering if there was some kind of force field that kept the puck out of the Kings offensive zone. No, there wasn't, because we ended up, Mitchell, it was, I believe, drew the first penalty of the game through 4 minutes in, with an absolutely spectacular play on him. There's kind of a scramble at the net. The first chance the Kings really had at seeing Rene or putting anything even remotely close to him. And it gets kind of really confusing, and then maybe the Preds are getting it out, but he's kind of diving, and there's all these people in a pile, and he somehow manages to whack it somewhere close to Rene and draws a interference penalty, I believe. So it is possible for the puck to be down that end, except not on that power play, because wow, did the Kings suck at the power play. Really badly in the first period, at least. It was very disheartening to watch. Not quite as disheartening as what was about to happen next. Drew Doughty gets a call that he disagrees with rather vehemently. And by rather vehemently, I mean he chirped the refs about it so badly that he got a second minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. So great, Drew Doughty, our best defenseman in the league, arguably. I believe he is the Current Norris Trophy winner, in the box for 2 minutes. Great. And just when you think it can't get bad enough, about 15 seconds into that, Brown is on the boards, and he is competing for the puck, and somebody smashes into him, and he falls over a guy who's already on the ground, and then somehow that becomes tripping on Dustin Brown. I literally have no idea how it was tripping. I, again, may need to reread the rule book, and I don't like blaming refs for things, but when Drew Doughty's in the box and our player didn't do anything wrong, I'm sitting there completely baffled as to why we have a 5-on-3. For 2 whole minutes, and then we still got Drew Doughty in the box for 1 minute and 45 seconds after that. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It is fine, actually. The Kings have the best penalty kill in the league, and you can see why, because that was outstanding. Especially because Drew Doughty was the one in the box. And Dustin Brown is actually a very good penalty killer for the Kings as well. So to have 2 of those big, heavy hitters out when you really, really needed them on a 5-on-3, and the Kings still managed to quite convincingly kill that. That was exciting. There was a surge. The fans were so mad at the ref. So they're all behind it. They're screaming every time the puck gets cleared. Things are getting really exciting because as soon as Dustin Brown comes out of the box, he sees the guy with the puck and he just smashes the shit out of him. In a good way, like a legal hit kind of Dustin Brown has 4,000 hits in 1,000 games kind of way. And we keep clearing, and things are looking really good, and we think we're about to weather the storm, and there's 19 seconds left when the Preds get their goal. 19 seconds. So close. Which pisses off Drew Doughty even more, and he is chirping the ref as he comes out of the box, still screaming. So much so that Lowry and Stevens are telling him to calm down, and Anze Kopitar has to go talk to the ref, presumably saying something along the lines of, "Did we know he's got a little bit going on right now? Just give us a minute to cool him down on the bench. We got this. It's cool." Oh, so that's, a little heated. And then Gaborik and Subban almost get into it, and they get coincidental minors both for slashing, I believe. And Subban, having to be forcefully pushed by the referee into the box because he's still trying to chirp Gaborik. And by chirp, I mean use loud obscenities. That's really what that's code for the whole game. Screaming at Gaborik there, and he, the ref's literally pushing him to the box. Dude, you can shout at him over the screen right there. You're going to be sitting next to each other for about 2 minutes, So coincidental minors don't really do anything for the Kings. Neither does a power play with 33 seconds left in the first period. Of course, we all know how much I hate split penalties. You don't get any of the momentum. You just have to reset as soon as the second period starts. And oh yeah, when you're going to ice your own puck on your own damn power play, it's not going to help you do anything in 33 seconds if you spend 19 of them. Anyway. So we go into the second period, and things get crazier if that is even remotely possible. Doughty has calmed down a bit. You can tell because at one point during the period, there was a penalty about to be called on the Kings that was, again, perhaps not supposed to be a penalty. And you can see him skating around the ice, like visibly trying not to say anything to the refs about how ridiculous it is. And it was a good thing he did because it ended up being waved off. So that was fine. But he came out. He was fine. We have a power play and things are going really, really well on it, except that we can't seem to get the puck actually in the net. There are lots of chances and it's a much better power play than in the first period. Things are looking okay. Like maybe the Kings have life again. And then Jonathan Quick gets clipped by a puck in the back of his leg, which is probably the only place he doesn't have padding, and he goes down. And I don't want to alarm anyone, but he didn't get back up for a while. And one of the trainers had to come out on the ice and see to him, and every LA Kings fan in attendance who is already freaking out is doing it in spades. It's bad. And we're slightly concerned when he finally does get back up that maybe he's not going to be our Jedi Knight Jonathan Quick. But within like 2 or 3 plays, he is absolutely pummeling one of the Predators players and getting away with it. So he's fine. He's back to form. It's all good. Jonathan Quick is okay. We got another penalty. There were a lot of penalties this game, not a lot of 5-on-5 going on, in which Andrei Kopitar gets a shorthanded breakaway and tries to go can opener, and I have no idea why that wasn't a goal either. Kopitar, you're killing me. But it's still 1-0. Things are okay. And then Kempe, absolutely stunning move, picks the pocket of PK Subban. That is not an easy thing to do. Absolutely astounding. And then takes the shot that ties up the game. And things are getting really, really exciting. I mean, we just like schooled PK Subban, guys, and we're tied, and the only reason we were down in the first period is because of a horrible series of events. It's gonna be, oh no, never mind, not gonna be fine, because they get another goal, and that was pretty bad coverage on our part. Quick's kind of going down, trying to get the puck, and he like misses it, so he's down, and the puck gets slipped up over him. So it's 2-1, and you know, that's okay, I guess, except then it's 3-1, and somehow there are 4 LA Kings trying to defend the puck, and there's 2 Predators there, and yet the puck is still going in the net. And that one, the third goal, was so obvious to anyone who wasn't on the ice. Like, Jonathan Quick looked a little out of position, and there were just things that... So it's 3-1. And we're getting a little concerned. Not really happy with the way things are going. Like, seriously, remember how to play a second period? Because the LA Kings don't. Because that was their problem in Calgary. Just absolutely cannot play a second period. So they come out for the third. We're a third period team. It's totally going to be fine. And you know what? It might have been. It came really, really close. So this is Trevor Lewis. I love Trevor Lewis, as we all know. But that pass from Iafallo, oh my God, that was beautiful. That was so well placed. It was so well timed. And Trevor Lewis being able to finish it off. It's 3-2. Things are totally going to be fine. The LA Kings are going to be able to pull this off. Well, wait, before you can even finish celebrating, they get it back. And it's 4-2. It's freaking 4-2. Seriously? You couldn't even let me celebrate for a minute? No. No celebrating for you, Kings fans. And it's just the kind of game where you're not really thinking the Kings are going to get it back. Because they have been sloppy on D kind of all night. Quick's been fine, but not really Jedi-like. And they're just not really connecting on anything. Their passes are really sloppy and all over the place. They are getting forechecked out the wazoo. The puck is being turned over so many times. When it does get into our zone, everything's really chippy and they can't seem to get a smooth shot on it. And there's not going to be any beautiful goals happening. They're all going to be really scrappy, and that's if the Kings can manage to get some kind of handle on it in any way, shape, or form. So they get a power play, and I know what you're thinking. It's the Kings power play. It's not really going to do anything, and I totally agree with you, except that Tyler Toffoli did something. It's just that kind of night where anything can happen. Very exciting things here on the power play. So Toffoli somehow ends up with a wide open nets, and this is the kind of shot that Toffoli isn't going to miss, and why we love him so much. Absolutely beautiful little like sniper wrist shot over there, and it's 3-4, and it's looking possible. There's 10-ish minutes left, 9, 10, you know, there's kind of just enough time to be okay with that, except that we kind of then waste the rest of it. There's not really much going on as far as the chemistry goes. Again, there's just something a little off. There are a bunch of penalties going back and forth as well, and it's just the kind of chippy little game that when it comes down to it, there's maybe a minute-ish left when they pull quick, and that kind of goes weird, and then there's icing, and then I just kind of never really had the belief that they were going to be able to tie it up. And they didn't, unfortunately. There were chances at the end, but there were better chances all throughout the game that they couldn't manage to get a handle on, and that was what killed them. Also, really bad defense today. It was not really a game to write home about. Sure, there were some exciting moments, but it was, yeah, a game that kind of makes me happy that we're about to go on a bye week really soon. Really ready for kind of a reset here, I think, is necessary. The mood in the locker room, though, at the end of the game was currently quite positive. In theory, we should get Jake Muzzin back soon. I never thought I'd be happy about that. Go figure. But until then, what are you gonna do?